This is the Joshua Tree National Park Visitor Centre. It's just right in the Joshua Tree town. Let's go check it out.
Or at the west entrance, but whatever passes by, you're going to show it.
Joshua Tree National Park. We're camping for the next 2 nights in Jumbo Rocks campground. Our little high car's over here. We picked him up just this morning, and he's our little green legend. And you can see the incredible landscape that we have here in Joshua Tree. It's incredibly big boulders. So Jumbo Rocks campground's known for its big boulders, but they're all scattered along. We've got the famous Joshua trees right next to our campsite here. We can come up the little hill. We'll go up there later and show you around, but this is our campsite. So we've got camp table. The general setup is you've got a table, a grill, and a little campfire that you can set up and use. But we were lucky enough to have won a competition with Will and Bear and Camped Out, which is an awesome little camping company here in America, or just outside of LA. And this is our tent that they've given. Everything you could need for the best 2 nights camping while we're here in Joshua Tree. Come on in and check it out. It's absolutely stunning. We've got cute little seating areas. We've got the most comfortable bed ready for our next couple of nights here in this chilly Joshua Tree weather. We're in late February, so it's a little chilly still. What more could you want? Like, I'm obsessed with these chairs. They're so cute. And with a view like that outside, what more could you ask for? Jumbo Rocks campground, and we're at site 67. It's such a cool place. It's really serene and quiet. The landscape is incredible. There's huge boulders, lots of Joshua trees. It's really picturesque. So I'm going to show you our site now. We've got each of the sites has got their own campfire, and grill, camp table. So Camped Out have also provided us with everything we would want to be comfortable for our first night in Joshua Tree. They've given us little chairs for our campfire, some firewood ready to set up our evening fire, and coffee maker, coffee pot, some marshmallows, coffee and chocolate, and even gluten-free grain snacks so that I can make s'mores and I can have the gluten-free s'mores. And they've given Mike his the regular biscuits that he needs for his s'mores. They thought of everything. They've given us a fire starter, plates, knives and forks, and coffee for a drip coffee or coffee pot. Honestly, these guys are so kind and so generous and really have looked after us here, so we cannot wait to get into it. Let's go for a walk and have a look around our site. All right, it's our first morning in Joshua Tree, and we have had the best night's sleep in our Camped Out tent. The guys from Camped Out have really set us up properly for breakfast. So we brought our own little snacks. Mike's got some muffins. I've got some gluten-free macaroons. That's ready for our camp breakfast. We've got our little hot water cooker here. They've given us these really cool little pop-out coffee sachets, and all you do to set them up is get them out over your coffee cup. And get your pre-ground coffee. We've got a very cool brew here. I can't wait to try it. It smells amazing. We are definitely ready for our morning coffee. And fill it up to the fill line, which is just here. You know you're going to get a decent brew. And then once your water's boiled, all we have to do is pour it over. We'll show you that in a minute. All right, water's boiled. Let's have a go at this pour over coffee. So we just put it straight over the pot. Ooh, and if you can see, the coffee is seeping out through the sides and through the base. It smells amazing. Oh my goodness. This is going to be the best camp coffee we've ever had. We've arrived at Hidden Valley Trailhead, so there's loads of places you can go and walk down here. There's a picnic area, there's heaps of trails up here. So we're going to go in and see what we can see. The level of stacked up rocks, like you're just surrounded by these huge boulders and huge rocks all stacked up, bits of greenery in between. My goodness. We're loving this hike. It's Nature Valley Trail Loop. It's the nature loop there. It's actually pretty easy going. There's like a gravel path and there's a bit of up and down, but we've seen people here with walking sticks and just all sorts of families, elderly people. It's incredible. So definitely a must do when you're in Joshua Tree. Squirrel. Place here at Hidden Valley Nature Trail. So the nature trail's up here, and if you come down here, there's all these little picnic areas. You can't camp overnight, but you can bring your lunch and some drinks and have a beautiful lunch or dinner surrounded by all this amazing nature. And then right here, we found the coolest secret little slot. It is like a little slot canyon. You've got to creep through all these massive rocks. You're surrounded by what Joshua Tree is really known for, which are these giant boulders. And then, if you can squeeze through and make it out to the other side. And then your lunch has this incredible view. I mean, this is the perfect place to experience Joshua Tree. We're here at Hemingway. It's an awesome walk. You can stop and pull in at the parking area. There's obviously facilities at each of these walks as well. There's toilets, but they are nature toilets. And then you can walk in amongst all these incredible rock piles. They're huge, you're surrounded by it. There's loads of Joshua trees. What more do you want? What a perfect day. All right, I'm heading out of Hemingway. It was a really cool walk. You can see all the rock piles behind me. There's loads to do here, and at none of these spots do you feel crowded in or pressured for time, or really the only time is how much you give yourself, and you need a lot. You need to bring a lot of water, you need to bring food. There's really cool picnic places. I love it. This is Ryan Mountain Trailhead. Now we're not going to do the full thing. Some pretty cool monolithic sized jumbo rocks, and the pathing isn't too hard, it's just lots of steps. So we'll check out a bit of it. We're going to head back to camp for lunch. And the cactuses look really furry and tempting to touch, but apparently they're called jumping cactuses. So if you do touch them or you get close to them, the thorns jump onto you and they stab you through your shoes, they stab you through your clothes. It's really, really painful. You do not want to do that. I actually just noticed something broken off and is on the ground over here, and we walked on it. So glad I noticed before I got too close. It's a really eerie sort of place. It's extreme desert landscape, but it's beautiful, and these are really, really interesting plants. Glad we came. It's a long way from Skull Rock where we were. I would say at least a good 20-minute drive and all downhill, but worth it. In our little tent. We're here for the afternoon, which I'm so happy about. It's our last afternoon, so we get to spend our time here. This is the map of the park. So today we are here at Jumbo Rocks. We drove all the way out and stopped at Hidden Valley, did the hike here. We also did Hall of Horrors on the way. We stopped at Hemingway. We came right up here, stopped at another few spots along the way, came back down, back to Jumbo Rocks. We stopped and had a little snack for lunch, got some more water, then we headed back on the road, came back out here. We did Skull Rock in the afternoon, and then we came down to the Cholla Cactus Garden. So we were quick sticks about it. We didn't waste any time, and we managed to do that all in one day. Okay, so we're back in our cute little campsite here at Joshua Tree. We've got our awesome setup now, perfect spot. So I guess there's just a few things to know about if you're planning to come here. I mean, if you're not a local and you don't know the rules, it's quite easy. You sign up for a campsite online. There's a recreation.gov website, and you can find which campground you want to stay at. There's loads of them here at Joshua Tree. So Black Rock, Indian Cove, and we're at Jumbo Rocks, which we love. There's 3 you don't get to make a booking for. You just turn up, and if there's an available site when you're driving around, you can take it and then go pay for your nights. It's depending on which campsite you choose, there's $25 or $25 or $20 campsites that you can choose from, and then you do need to pay $30 entrance for a private car into the park, and that includes everyone in the car. You cannot take or remove any wood or firewood from the park or plant life, and you can't feed any animals, which all really just makes sense for any national park that we've ever been to. You buy firewood before you enter. There is no potable water inside the park, so once you leave the entrance areas, there's about 3 entrances I think, and they all have flushing toilets and potable water. Once you leave there, it's a good 40 minutes to a half an hour before you can get back out there, so you want to make sure you bring enough water. When I say enough water, if you're American, you'll understand it. If you're Australian, this is a gallon of water. Pretty much they recommend 1 gallon per person per day, and a gallon for anyone who doesn't use these sort of measurements is 3.78 litres to the gallon. And yes, I know it's plastic, but there is no other way we could get it in. And basically we bought 1 of those per person per day, and then we've got our own little refillable water bottles that we use when we travel. These are about just under 500 ml, and so we've been filling them up from the larger bottle and using that. Also, you do need to bring in enough to like wash your hands after the bathroom and cooking, cleaning, all those sorts of things. You do have to douse your fire at night, so anytime you have a fire and leave it, you need to make sure you douse it with water so it's cool to the touch and you don't leave any sort of embers that could spark up, which has happened before. Other than that, it's really easygoing. Everyone's really lovely. Since we've been camping here anyway, we've met some people and they're all really lovely. It's a great community vibe. We've really enjoyed it and we cannot wait to come back. We all know an integral part of camping is what facilities are around. I'm going to show you and let you check it out. This is the Joshua Tree style toilets. There are no showers or potable water at the outskirts of or inside the campgrounds. This is the long drop toilet. It is honestly cleaned once a day. It's been cleaned every time I've gone, which I'm pretty grateful for. There are only 2 of us at this little camp spot, but people all around are using it. So it's not terrible, it's not the best, it's not the worst. I've definitely had worse. But yeah, there you go. All the questions answered here. So this is our little campfire site. We'll have that fire going soon. It's getting into late afternoon. And this is our hire car, calling it the Green Machine because it is such a cool little car. Picked it up just outside of Palm Springs Airport. It's got the perfect amount of space in the boot for luggage for 2. Drives really, really well. Pretty fuel economical. And if you're looking to come to Joshua Tree, highly recommend. It's just easy to drive, easy to park. Exactly what we needed. Not too crazy expensive. It's just about sunset. There's our little camp down below and we've come up the hill to see what we can see. It's a really pretty time of day. Check out this sunset here at Jumbo Rocks. Let's see if we can get a bit closer. We've made camp again for the night, so we have our fire cranking and we're about to have some dinner. But how can you resist coming out to see a sky like that? Crazy. We've got our fire started. We're about to have some dinner. Sit in, make some s'mores, have a chat around the fire. What more could you want?
3, 1, and go.
So this is one of the things I've been most excited to try. The Camped Out crew gave us some stuff to make s'mores, and I grew up reading books when I was a kid of all the American children having s'mores when they were camping, so little kids' dream come true here. They were even kind enough to get me some gluten-free graham crackers, I think you call them, honey grahams. And so basically what you do, for everyone who's not American, is you take a cracker and split it in half. Now, of course, if I do this wrong, please feel free to correct me in the comments. Get your chocolate. I'm taking 2 pieces. I don't know if that's technical, but 2's always better than 1. And your marshmallows, of course, gluten-free for me. And I'm gonna go cook this over the fire and then get ready to make this. Smoking my eyes. Alrighty, marshmallow on. Pull out your stick and you've got the best gooey treat. All right, let's have a go. That's good. We were lucky enough to win a competition through Will & Bear, an awesome hat company in Australia, and Camped Out, which is a glamping experience company here in America. So we won this incredible bell tent experience here in Joshua Tree. We're stayed at Jumbo Rocks Campground. We're at Site 67. It has been the best camping experience we have ever had, the most comfortable, that's for sure. We've got a 16-foot tent, which is massive and huge enough for the 2 of us. Come on in and have a look.
It's the end of our time at Joshua Tree, and I cannot have, it's everything that I imagined and more. When we were looking at the trip and were speaking to Kathleen from Camped Out, we were trying to plan it. I wasn't sure what to expect and I was a little bit nervous. She made us so comfortable. She provided everything that we needed really to get set up. All we need to bring was some food and we were good to go. The camp itself, the campsite, number 67, is incredible. It's the best spot. You get the view of all the jumbo rocks that Joshua Tree National Park is known for. We've got a couple of Joshua trees around us, epic views that are just right outside our campsite. And the whole national park itself is otherworldly. It's such a unique experience. Honestly, one of the best things that I think we've ever done. And it just was made so easy by Camped Out. I can't believe we were so lucky. And I really, really can't wait to come back because we did spend 2 days here, but I think you could easily do 4. I think 4 would be a sweet spot. If you're really into your camping, you could go 7. When you've got a setup like this, why wouldn't you do 7? But yeah, I've loved every single minute. So has Mike, and we're sad to leave. This is Quail Springs, and you can see behind me these massive rocks. It's just another one of the little stop-offs that you can do as you're driving through Joshua Tree National Park. There's picnic tables, obviously facilities like toilets, and you can walk around these massive rocks filled with Joshua trees. It's incredible. Things about Joshua Tree, the whole park is so picturesque. So there's little pull-offs that you can stop and find your perfect spot. There's awesome Joshua trees all around us. You can walk anywhere you want around the area to take photos, take videos, or just really enjoy the experience. This is the main road that goes through the whole park, and there's little pull-offs as you go. So really find your favorite spot, pull off, and enjoy the scenery. So we pulled off the side of the road to take some photos of jay trees, and we found a little exhibit. You'll see exhibit signs all along the way, and basically it means somewhere there's going to be a path you can walk along. We're leaving today, but we couldn't resist stopping off for another little hike. It's only a half mile. I'm not really sure what that is in kilometers, but it doesn't sound long, so we're going to try it out. And we're just coming into this huge rocky area. Lots of jay trees around. So cool. Let me show you. So everywhere you go, you see these little signs. This is the end of our little hike that we wanted to do today, but they're saying if you want to go further, it's up to 7 hours, and you should definitely take a lot of water, some food, make sure you're prepared for it. And you can tell in this area, when there's been recent rain, all the water trails that you can sort of see where it would be seeping down. Obviously loads of jay trees around. We're out in the middle of nowhere. It is. It's so cool. If you love hiking, this is the place to come. west entrance, and this is the park ranger hut where you pay your $30 American fee to enter the park. And this is the last flushable toilets and potable water of the park. If you need any extra, you will need to come back here, which is about half an hour at least drive from Jumbo Rocks campsite where we were. And you can see the epic scenery has already started. We've gone down and checked out the sign. As you drive in, you've got to stop. There's a parking bay as you get through, and you can stop and come back for a pickie of the sign. And honestly, best place. Loved this experience. Highly recommend. Definitely somewhere we need to come back to and spend some more time.